Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another small update of the markets, in which we are going to discuss what's happened to Bitcoin. Yesterday, we have been discussing the likelihood of an intraday bounce, and that's actually what we see. That's what we see on the charts here as well. So that's what we're going to discuss. But before I'm going to give that small market update, I would like to share that we've started a new series in which we've posted the first one yesterday, which is a discussion with the CEO of Skilled Network. 45-minute talk about the project, what they do, what they try to solve, what their usage is in the blockchain space. If you want to see that, the link is in the description beneath. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram. And tonight I'm going live again at 8 p.m. Central European time, in which we're going to discuss your questions and discuss everything surrounding the markets. So now the price is moving up a little since we have seen the slight drop down yesterday. We've also seen that the crucial area that we had to break through in order to sustain the bullish momentum, or at least get bullish momentum, failed to break, which was the $18,600 level. That failed, through which we are currently in a new range-bound construction. What do we see on the chart in itself? Or if we go towards the daily time frame, we can actually see that there is a likely bearish divergence at this point, which is probably going to be confirmed if we can't break through this resistance zone. What do we see more? We can see that we've made a top. We tried to break above the $19,400 resistance zone. I'm making this one the wrong way. We tried to break above, failed, tried to break above, failed, which made a lower high. We have been slamming the support area, and we've had another lower high since, which confirmed the 19,400 level as resistance, after which the third test clearly made the price fall through, and we've got a support area at 17.7, which is currently acting as one, which means we are constructing a sideways range again, which means that also altcoins still have some space. The smaller altcoins are relatively doing well. The majors are just following the path of Bitcoin. So what do we see here? 17.7 to 17.9 is the clear support area. If we want to get this bullishness and want to attack the all-time high again, I clearly want to see a breaker above this block here. So that is the crucial first part to get bullish again, is breaking above this zone between 18.6 to 18.8. If we get that breaker, you clearly want to see this move and consolidation in which we hold, as then we can attack those lower highs and can start a new impulse wave. Until then, it feels like we are making lower highs and lower lows. So once this can't break through, or everything beneath that price, I'm not bullish at all. I'm expecting this scenario to play out, in which we're going to fall through. And I assume that once we lose 17.7 to 17.9, we are actually going to see that drop down towards 16K. And then we're going to see more consolidation. And that's going to be probably the bottom signal for altcoins and the kickstart of the alt season. What is the Bitcoin dominance doing? Not much, so we don't have to update this one too much at this point. We can see that we're still grinding up with the dominance, which means that altcoins are suffering more than Bitcoin when Bitcoin starts to correct. What is Ethereum showing? Well, I'll just get a clean chart, as this one is showing a little bit too blurry. What do we see here is actually the same as what we've seen on Bitcoin by itself. ETH is in the area of clear invalidation of the bullishness or not. This means that we've got towards the exact same support area, bounced up, and now we are testing whether this area that has been acting as support can be reclaimed as support again. If that falls through, we can see that we are still making lower highs, and we are most likely going to test this range low again. If that does not show any strength at all, you can assume that we're going to fall through, and then we are making lower highs, lower lows until we get a bottoming construction like any of these cases. So that's the point that I've shared yesterday on Twitter, is if something starts to trend or reverse a little, don't rush too fast in those trades, as you're probably counter trading the trend. So if something bounces, it does not automatically mean that there is a trend reverse or bullishness again. It's just a bounce in the trend, which means that we are going to get that support resistance flip in a negative way until we flip above this zone between 575 and 585. So don't rush into positions yet. However, we can see that there's opportunities. We can also see that there's huge demand for crypto at this point, which means that if we get a further correction, it's probably going to be a wick. If you want to get in that position, you probably should be having limit orders or should be relatively fast. Finally, the one to watch here is still the dollar index. We see that we're slightly grinding up, not too much. But if this one is going to accelerate a little bit more, we can assume that Bitcoin and altcoins will suffer from that. And if we get that suffering going, we might be getting the scenario that I've been writing here, which means that we might be getting a correction towards 400 billion with the overall market, which is putting the price of Bitcoin down towards 14K, 14 low, I guess. And then we're going to kick off in 2021, and that's the year that you want to have crypto exposure. That's the small update for now. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll be back tonight, 8 p.m. Central European time, going live 1 hour, discussing your questions and the markets. See you tonight.